Hi guys, this is Fawkes1989. If you remember back a while ago, I started a Monster Hunter Tri walkthrough, but I was using a emulator and it was kind of glitchy. It didn't get very far. There was times where it would seem to like slow down. And so now I'm going to be doing a new one. Now, I know you guys cannot hear the game much at this point. Actually, I think you might be able to. However, that's because the sound is currently outputting through my gamepad, or speakers actually, therefore in through my mic. But once I get into the game, I will transfer that over to the in-TV, or unfortunately since I'm playing on a computer monitor, I will not be able to hear it, but you guys will. So I'm going to create a new character. This of course is going to be Fawkes. I said do. There you go. I'm going to make a male character because I already have a female. Clothing type I don't think really matters. Go with the open vest. Go with a bit of a deeper green. Wide zoom. There we go. That one looks pretty good. Hairstyle. Of course, I'm going to try to make this look as close to me as possible. I know this looks ridiculous, guys, but I'm working with what I have here. Well, that's the hairstyle. Actually, I'll go with this one. The face doesn't match what I like very much, but the beard is just right. Actually, let's go back and check more faces. That one, take off the frickin' squall scar there. That sounds like Link. We'll go with number 5. I'm just going to go with the standard thing, and I'm going to override a character I had made previously. Now, my plan for this character so far is to be a gunner. Whether I'm actually going to stick with that or not, hard to say for sure. But normally I like to have one Blade Master and one gunner. And my female character is more or less a Blade Master, focusing on dual swords and occasionally lances. I mean, she's got a couple great swords, a couple swords and shields, blah blah blah, but the majority of it is the majority of it is Blade Master stuff. Dual swords and lancers are the things I have the most of. So I'm just going to let you guys watch the opening video here. It's a very nice opening scene. Graphics are quite nice on it. As I said, I don't know how well the audio is going to be synced up because the recording is a couple seconds, like maybe 2.5 or a second and a half or so behind the actual video I see on screen, and you're listening to the audio from my speakers. So you have to wait until I get in game to change that. The farm sure away out from the village. The reason I say that is you can see the village off in the distance there, and the farm is right beside where the deserted island entrance is. Like area 1 of the deserted island, that's where the farm is. And even that is quite far away from actual Moga village if you look out in the distance. Alright, so that was the opening cutscene. And so now it's time for us to get into game. Now, I'm not going to sit here and read all of this. Frankly speaking, there's not too much storyline to a Monster Hunter game. But the general gist of it is, there's earthquakes happening. They think it's a big water monster called the Lagiacrus, and they want you to train up to take it out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my settings. Options. I'm going to go to sound output. I'm going to put the TV. So now you guys should be able to hear it better than I have been. Unfortunately now I cannot hear it at all. So this is the guild sweetheart. She's basically the one who stands behind the counter and works as your liaison for the guild. This here is the village chief. That looked very inappropriate there for a second. He's basically going to be the one that gives you special quests, like key quests. This little green guy here is a goblin. No, he's not. He's a wyvernian. He's the blacksmith, as you can probably tell by the giant hammer. So basically, you give him materials and he'll give you items, weapons and armor and such. Over here we have the fishmongress. She's the one who sends out the fishing fleets. As you repair boats to go back out on the sea, she will have them gather loot for you from the sea and bring it back. However, they're not in business currently due to the fact that some of the boats were destroyed by the guy. Oh, pardon me. The Lagiacrus' last attack. Now this is the gal with the goods. She's basically your item store. Now unfortunately there's not much available right now due to the earthquake basically cutting off the supply routes. I have some basic shots, some basic items, some herbs. I can't buy potions or anything yet. This is Neko, means cat. It actually does. Neko means tiger, sort of. Well, it means cat. So basically, he's going to work as your liaison to the online features of the game. So basically, he's just telling you that his job here is to bring you between Moga and Tanzia, which is the online port. So you have solo port, where the monsters are about as strong as they would be in network mode, but ever so slightly weaker to accommodate for the fact that it's only you and the 2 Shaka-Lakas when you get them. You have the multi-tavern, which is full-on multiplayer mode in the way of difficulty. You can still do it by yourself, but this is designed to be done between a person playing the Wii U and multiple people, either with other Wii U's, also in multi-mode, or with the 3DS in multi-mode. And then you have network mode, which is your online mode. That's where you go to connect with other players. But that's enough for explanations there. If you head out this way here, you'll have the farm. Now, there's not much to the farm, especially right now. You see there's only one good field, the other 2 are destroyed. The mushroom box currently is not very effective. No insect box is missing. And the honey box is destroyed. So, talk to head farmer here. And you notice that also there is no farm hands. They use felines for farmers, but unfortunately they're not around. Now this here is the Poogie. Not much you can do with him. Basically, you can change his name. Dr. Ham. We'll call him Dr. Ham. The other thing you do is you pet him. And you can get costumes for him. I don't really care about it. You can, like, if you stop petting him just the right time, he gets happy and starts following you around for a bit. I've never seen much of a point to it. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my house here, talk to Chamberlain, my feline. So he's basically your steward. He will keep your place clean and organized. He also is part of the DLC. So you can come here to get your DLC. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to store those blue mushrooms that they gave me. And I'm going to change my equipment to the hunter's bow. Simply because I'm low on bow gun ammo right now, so I'll stick with the bow for now. Now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sell all my Blade Master equipment. This gives me a lot more money. And leave me just my light bow gun, my heavy bow gun, and my bow. So the first order of business is we'll talk to this kid and get a free whetstone. Why not? I'm not going to use it, but hey, it's free. We're going to come out and we're going to go to where the base camp is going to be so we can meet Junior. Junior, of course, is the chief's son. Now, as for controls, you use the left stick, to move around. The D-pad is camera control, so is the right stick. Clicking the sticks does nothing. Select is your menu. And start is your, basically, it's your special attack. When you're unarmed or using a greatsword, it's like a kick. For like the lance, it's the lance charge, things like that. X is usually how you draw your weapon. It's also going to be your primary attack for most bladed weapons. And for my bow as well, holding X will allow me to charge up and release my shot. Or A, sorry. I keep thinking this is a PSP, because I'm used to playing Monster Hunter PSP. O is your horizontal attack for most bladed weapons, like your secondary attack. For bows, it is melee attack. And then X is rolling. Based on what you're doing, sometimes you also have hops as well. And then Y is to put away weapons. When weapon is put away, then Y is to use items. So for... Forgot about that. Okay, so for example, if I was to gather an herb from this thing here, and select it now, if you hold L, you'll see that the items thing opens up. Using X and A, or Y and A, sorry, will allow me to cycle through my items. And using X and B will allow me to cycle through my coatings or ammo, if you have a weapon that uses them. So now that my weapon's away, if I push Y, I will eat the herb, and it'll heal me slightly, but since I'm not damaged, it's not going to do much. Now, when you're using a bow gun, the controls are quite different. X is still to draw your weapon, but pushing X again will actually reload your bow gun, whereas A is your primary attack mode. Now, the other thing is special. Most weapons have a special mode or special attack that you would do using the R button. So for example, for anything with a shield, it's shielding. Like for lances, sword and shield, gun lances, and greatsword, you push R to block. For bows, R is to aim down the sights, and gives you a nice little targeting line. Then you have to do is just use your camera stick or D-pad to actually aim your shot. You can move while doing this, but it's kind of disconcerting, so it's better to release the R. And then once you're in position, you push R again. Now, if you face a separate direction and then push R, it'll center behind you. So it's a great way to quickly turn around. Like if you're running away, quickly turn and aim. And the other thing is while you're aiming, so let's say you're aiming, you're placing your shot. If your shot is charged, still holding down X and pushing A while holding R still will allow you to do a bombarding shot. The arc shot is different based on what bow you have. Now for bow guns, it has tapping R, which allows you to go into an actual scoped zoom. And based on the level of your bow gun, or if you bought the multi-position scope, you can also zoom in. The just holding R with a bow gun will allow you to do like a free aim, where you see a small crosshair appear in screen, but it doesn't change the actual position. Like it doesn't go in like first person. It still stays in third person. So it's more of kind of like this. So you have to imagine a crosshair on the screen instead of what you see here. Try to take down some of the Aptonoth. There we go. There's one down. And I'm going to go ahead and take it. Oh, no, I missed you. Oh. All I need is a little bit of raw meat. So one will do. So standing over a deceased monster and pushing A will allow you to carve. The amount of carves you get depends on the monster. For most minion monsters, it's 1 or 2. And then for most large monsters, it's 3. Although some, such as Urigan, allow you to have 4. And any of the particular large or special monsters, such as Elder Dragons, normally allow you to have more. Sometimes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it depends on the monster. So this is base camp, or was base camp. It is now currently destroyed by the latest earthquake. So you talk to the chief's son here. He doesn't like being called Junior, by the way. And he's basically telling you that we can get this fixed up, but it's going to need some work from both the village and me. So now he's saying he's hungry, so he wants raw meat. So you give him a piece of raw meat. Kind of just happens, you don't have a choice. And he says he's going to return back to, it's time for to return back to village. And then he'll meet me there. So now we're going to head back to the village. So if you go back to area 1, which is just up this hill here, we'll be able to get back to the village. Now, we're currently in free hunt mode. We're not actually on a quest. Now, normally in free hunt mode, you can pause and go to return to village, but for the purposes of the tutorial section of the game, they disable that. And the tutorial is not optional. So we're currently just about to hit 20 minutes of recording time, according to my counter. Now, it's delayed a little bit in the game, so when I say that I'm at 1940, it's actually going to be like 1943 for you guys, because it's not going to be, it's going to be a couple seconds before you actually see that. Either way, I should have the audio synced up to a pretty good amount. So before we talk to Junior, I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks for listening. This is Fawkes1989 signing off.